Your growth journey starts now. Habits in motion for game changers who don't sit still.
All right. Let's start with a big one. Safety. I mean, we talk about this a lot, but safety isn't just rules or paperwork. It's about sending your crew home whole every single day. That's the bottom line.
Yeah, totally. Like, no one's gonna remember how fast you dug that trench if, or let's be real, when someone gets hurt because you skipped steps, right?
Exactly. And here's the thing, safety isn't just some box you check, it's leadership in action. Every time you stop to talk about safety, you're reinforcing that you care about your team, you're building trust. And when crews trust you, you get their best work in return. That's how you lead.
Right? Because honestly, people don't follow leaders who don't care. If you like brush past safety just to save a few minutes, they're gonna notice. And then what? You've got a team of guys who are rushing to catch up instead of doing the job right the first time.
Well said. And it's not just about catching mistakes before they happen either. These daily safety talks, they're opportunities, right? Opportunities to lead, to grow your crew's pride and confidence in what they do. Because when everyone owns safety, the whole operation runs smoother. It's not just productive, it's personal.
Yeah, I've seen that firsthand. Like crews that take pride in safety, they're sharper, they've got each other's backs. And honestly, their work just feels better. I don't know, more solid.
Here's a mantra from the field. If you don't have time to do it safe, when will you have time to do it over? Powerful reminder, right?
Oh yeah, it's spot on. I mean, no one's got extra time to redo a job just because someone rolled their ankle not paying attention. Take the 30 seconds, you know? Avoid the 3 months of recovery time.
Absolutely. And think about it. When you frame safety as a shared responsibility instead of just a rule book, it's a game changer. Your team buys in. And when they see you walking the talk, not cutting corners, they'll follow.
Yep, lead by example and they'll like mirror that. Otherwise, what? You're just kind of telling people what to do while doing the opposite yourself. Not exactly inspiring.
Not at all. And speaking of inspiring, small steps matter. Setting the tone every day with even a short safety conversation, it shows your crew you're serious about it, you're serious about them, their well-being.
Totally. It's those little moments that build the habit, you know? Like after a while, it's not, ugh, safety, it's just how everyone works. And that's when you know you're doing it right.
You know, all those little safety moments we talked about, they actually pave the way for something bigger, culture. Safety isn't just about avoiding injuries. It's about how your team thinks and works together every single day.
Right? Like how it's got to be second nature, not just to check it off your list kind of thing.
Exactly. And that's where something like the catch and coach method really shines. Instead of punishing when someone misses a safety step, you turn it into a moment to teach and grow. It's a positive system, and your team feels safer admitting mistakes because they know it's about improvement, not punishment.
Right? I mean, people hate being called out. But if you flip it and say, hey man, I need you to throw on your eye protection. No exceptions on this stuff. You're too valuable to risk for a shortcut. It's all good.
Absolutely. I'll tell you, I had this one crew a few years back, totally green guys right out of training. One of them almost backed a skid steer off the edge of a slope because he missed a blind spot. Luckily, a teammate jumped in, stopped him just in time.
Oh man, that's a close one. Bet his heart stopped for a second.
It did. But instead of ripping into him, which, trust me, was my gut reaction, we used that as a catch and coach opportunity. The whole crew stopped and walked through proper safety checks together on blind spots. And you know what? That story stuck. Those guys started holding each other accountable right after that.
That's awesome. And really, it's way more effective than just pointing fingers. Plus, like, it shows the team you're human too, right?
Right? And it builds trust because when they know you care about their growth and their well being, they'll step up and take ownership. Peer led safety talks are part of that. When your crew leads the discussions, they're not just hearing safety, they're owning it.
Yeah, and it's such a small shift, you know? Like, instead of just handing them the rules, you're saying, all right, it's your turn. What do you see out here today? Makes them feel like they're contributing, not just being lectured, you know?
Exactly. And here's the thing, when safety habits become part of your culture, it shifts everything. It's no longer about rules or policies, it's how you operate as a team. That's where you see the real results.
And honestly, when you've got crews that back each other up on stuff like this, the whole job feels, I don't know, smoother. Everyone's pulling in the same direction, like a real team.
You know, when your crew starts to own safety as part of the culture, it makes a huge difference on the ground. Over the years, I've seen how just a few simple habits could have prevented some close calls. And honestly, no one wants to make that tough call to a teammate's family because of something that could have been avoided.
Yeah, and like it's usually something small, right? A shortcut here, skip a step there. Next thing you know, someone's out for weeks or worse.
Exactly. And that's why building habits that stick isn't optional. It's critical. One thing I've seen work really well is just this idea of catching great safety behavior and giving it a quick shout out. It's simple but super effective for reinforcing the right habits.
100%. People love getting recognized, especially when it's for something legit, like looking out for the crew. It's not just good job, it's hey, you nailed it and you probably kept someone safe. That kind of stuff ramps up buy in fast.
Right? And then there's the power of visual reminders. Posting the top 3 hazards for the day on a board where everyone sees them, like watch out for heat stress or loose gravel on the pathway. It focuses everyone on what matters most for that job site that day.
Yeah, I've seen that work on my own crews. You put up a sign saying hydrate or die next to a case of water bottles, and suddenly no one forgets their water jug.
And empowering your crew to solve these things together, that's the game changer. When they're involved in spotting and fixing hazards, they own the process.
Oh, for sure. Like that time we had to work through a heat wave last summer. I remember hosting a quick huddle. All right, listen up. Heat index is 95 today, so either we hydrate or we're done by noon and wasting the whole day. Who's carrying water? Who needs some salt tablets? Let's keep the pace steady, swap shifts breaking down materials, and yeah, heads up on that gravel pile back there. It's a sprained ankle waiting to happen.
And you see, Jake, what you did there, that's leadership in action. You spotted the risks and got your crew to act on them together. It builds, what's the phrase I'm looking for? Pride in the process, because now they know you're in their corner.
Exactly. And it doesn't take much, you know? It's a 2 minute talk at the start of the day, but man, does it pay off.
At the end of the day, safety is leadership. It's not just about avoiding accidents, it's about building trust, showing your team they matter, and making every single person on that crew feel like they're part of something bigger.
Yeah, when it's done right, safety's not extra work, it's just how you roll. And when everyone gets it, the whole crew clicks. It's smoother, faster, and yeah, a whole lot safer. And hey, you listeners, if there's a challenge you're facing with your crew, drop it in the comments. We're shaping future episodes around what you need in the field.
Great idea, Jake. And that's the vision. Teams where safety isn't a rule, it's a value. It's owned by everyone every day. And that's how you lead a crew that works smart, stays safe, and most importantly, goes home in one piece. On that note, we'll leave it there for today. Great talking with you, Jake. And hey, to our listeners, make it safe, make it count, and we'll see you next time.
One habit, one shift, one win at a time. Keep moving with habits in motion. See you next time.